December 5th, that's a Friday, Vancouver, Canada. I'm going to be there. It's close to sold out, but we're at the Vogue Theater. Saturday, December 6th, Eugene, Oregon. I know it's the Big Ten Championship. I hope your Oregon Ducks are doing great. Off chance they're not, or the game's earlier in the day, why don't you come to the McDonald Theater in Eugene, Oregon. December 13th, Royal Oak, Michigan, Royal Oak Theater. I'm coming back, baby. I'm very excited. It's the last show of the year. We're going to have a hell of a time. December 13th, Royal Oak, Michigan. DanSoder.com for tickets. Don't futz around with those other websites. Go to DanSoder.com. Get your tickets from there, and I'll see you in Royal Oak.
It's a true story.
Because did you start in San Francisco?
I started in Boston.
You started in Boston and then moved to San Francisco.
Yeah.
We just start recording, by the way.
Okay.
We don't do like a fancy intro.
That's smart. I just remember one day driving from LA to San Francisco, and it was a cloudless sky until I got to 19th Avenue. And then just boom, fog. John Carpenter.
What's the name of the fog? Carl? They have a name for it.
Oh, I don't know the name.
In the Bay Area, if you could look it up, I think we've talked about this before. I think the fog's name is Carl. And you go, oh yeah, it's yeah.
Carl? Why is it Carl?
They have a reason for it, but it's so funny that the Bay Area is like, that's like similar to like in Minnesota where it snows so much. They go, we just know you won't see your car until June.
They had to build, I mean, that's the thing about Minnesota, that they built tunnels between buildings.
Yes, because they know, and that also shows you, I'm fascinated when humans live in places that it's clear we shouldn't live. I went to college at the University of Arizona, and after like a week there, you go, without the invention of air conditioning, this doesn't work.
Who stopped here and stayed?
Who was the guy that went, keep going? And they went, you're going to die. And he goes, am I?
Yeah.
And his name was Robert Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. Who said this is good here?
Even with like Minnesota and shit, you're hitting snow drifts that are like 15 feet and you're going like, that's fine.
I don't know how they survive. I literally don't know how they survive. Like those first winters in Minnesota, I just don't get it.
But to your thing about seasons is you grew up in Massachusetts. I grew up in Colorado. I think that's like how normal people are regulated.
Sure.
Where it's like you go through the anger of the summer, then you get the crisp, the heat of like, why are you doing? You've forgotten me, God. You're burning me in this hell.
Oh, you took it right to God.
Yeah, right to it. As all things, bring it right to God. Listen, if he's the boss, I don't need red tape. I'm not talking to a cardinal.
You want to talk to the management?
Yeah. If you want to know my theological perspective is that I am agnostic because of the lack of red tape. Sure. I go, if there is a God, I want to talk to the man. I don't want to talk to 5 people that maybe can talk to the manager.
The layers.
Yeah, the Pope.
The bureaucracy.
The Pope is just the general manager. He doesn't get to make any decisions.
He's literally a district manager.
He's a district manager. Where if you get him, you go, it's impressive I got the district manager. But I would like to speak to the boss.
He can't okay anything on his own. It's all going to go upstairs.
It's all Latin for my hands are tied. It's all like he's like my hands are tied. I don't know. This is just how we do things here.
You know, it's so funny. I was raised Catholic.
Yeah, it was, by the way, hilarious in Perfectly Normal.
Thanks.
Go watch. I should tell you this because comics don't do this enough. Your special was recommended to me by Louis Katz, number one.
Oh, that's nice.
And Dan St. Germain.
Oh, that's nice.
Dan St. Germain is like Dana Gould right now. And then I put it on and I was like, immediately wrote back like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Because there's so many albums and there's so many things that I feel that there's this overwhelming thing that now we need to go back to record store mentality of my friend who has good taste said I should try this.
Sure.
I put it on. I liked it. But Perfectly Normal fucking rips.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's on YouTube. Thanks, watch it. Dana Gould. But watch Dana Gould.
Still alive.
Still fucking. You thought he had gone full Dr. Zayas?
Nope.
He's out of the makeup. He's fucking you in your ass with jokes. Yeah.
I said, I make my living the old-fashioned way. Yeah. I get a monkey mask. I fly around the country.
I want prosthetics.
But it's so funny.
Growing up Catholic
and all that stuff. I'm as Catholic as the table. But the most spiritual thing that happened to me. Like, honestly, I'm not like joking around.
Yeah.
It was the Mr. Rogers documentary.
Oh my God. Which you bring up, which is really funny. Great callback. I don't want to ruin it, but
it was just like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, he is like, yeah, however he was made.
Well, you bring it up in the special, and it's just a good point, which is he's our last good guy.
Yeah,
that didn't fuck anybody.
Yes,
doesn't even have to be kids.
We don't know how he did it.
You find out that they fucked other people, and you go, come on.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know how he did it.
Can you be nice and not a cum gas station, just pumping people full of your jizz? Like, can you just do
like a mortar gun of semen?
Just firing off loads into people and ruining your legacy. But there is this
like
thing
a Death Star cannon.
For some reason in my subreddit algorithm feed, what comes up is, I'm not even a giant Sam Kinison fan, but this Sam Kinison subreddit comes up, and they post these very interesting old clips, and I'm a sucker for comedy history.
Sure,
I will watch anything, old interview with Lorne Michaels, an old interview with Sam Kinison. I just kind of like to see how their brains work and all this stuff. And it's around the time...
Sam's brain worked on cocaine.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's like, well, I think he just had a race car, but cocaine was the gas that made that car go.
I think that's well put. I worked with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was this interesting scene right after the Tammy Faye Baker thing happened. And he's talking about Jim Baker. Now, here's what you have to understand about me and my fiance, Katie, also from Massachusetts, from the great Commonwealth. We love to go on religious channels. And when we get high and we watch, there's like on Verizon Cable in New York, you can get like super Christian networks. There's a Jewish one. There's a couple Christian ones. But Jim Baker still does a show.
God bless
him. And
him.
he's just a skeleton, and other people are doing the lifting.
Yeah, he's like the Frankie Valli of evangelical.
That's exactly it. Where he's like, he's like, God wants to give me money. But it's like this short documentary about Kinison, and he's mocking Tammy Faye Baker, saying like, "Yeah, I would switch her out." And he's like doing these jokes, but then he has a serious interview, and they go, "This upsets you?" And he's like, "Well, I was raised by a preacher, and I was a preacher."
He was,
and he's like, "My father, we lived at the church because he didn't take donations," and that is what struck me about the Mr. Rogers thing. It was like, oh, there's preachers that were just like, no, I need to preach the word of God because it's what I'm supposed to do, and it's out of the goodness of my heart. And now you have all these Joel Osteens and all the kind that are going like, well, they're just doing it to get rich.
Yeah, my mother taught me how to shoplift when I was a kid. So we would save grocery money, and then she could send it to Oral Roberts.
Great university that didn't even
and
believe.
his brother Anal Roberts.
I was just gonna, that's great. The joke I was gonna make is the only college where you're not allowed to give cunnilingus or blowjobs is called Oral Roberts. If you have a name like Oral Roberts, you better be sucking and fucking like it's your job. You better have a mouth or ass or pussy filled with jizz at all times. Oral Roberts? That sounds like a nickname that sounds like when I used to watch on public access, the roller derby.
Just sounded like they're reading off the job assignments at the bathhouse.
Oral
Roberts, Anal, Phillips.
Hand jobs, McMahon. But it always like Oral Roberts sounds like a name on like a roller derby team. Where they go like, that's Trixie Dust and Oral Roberts. Watch her send him around on the fucking, like watch her go over the side on the roller
And
skates.
they all have that hair, that 70s haircut. I mean,
it's all just like they all hard pack their jizz until it's the center of their decision.
Spackle.
Yeah. It just backs up. It's black mold for their brain.
White mold.
White mold. Yeah. Well, some would say it's almost a liquidy mother of pearl.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's amazing. And I get and again, I grew up, my mom was
saying my mom was raised Irish Catholic, but my mom was she got married after college and then divorced, so they discommunicated her.
Oh, well, no, my mother was not. My mom is I'm from Massachusetts. My mom was from the South, and my mom was evangelical Christian.
Okay.
And she was super like praying with the TV, hands on the TV screen, praying with the TV.
Yeah, grabbing snakes.
Yeah, the whole
Speaking
thing.
in tongues.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to get kids in religion, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Handle some snakes.
Yep.
Make up
Get
your own
some
language.
Yeah, exactly.
She's fucking, you were babbling like a baby 5 years ago.
What's the snake? Give me the snake religion.
Take the good stuff, leave the bad stuff. Bring the snakes and the babble.
Snakes.
But so when your mom, Catholicism to her is light reading.
So it was always that money and that was so insane. And
the fact that she taught you to steal so she could give money to a guy that said he was talking to God.
And had a helicopter.
Who had a helicopter and also was telling you not to steal. Like the cycle on that of you going, I need you to steal, baby. Oral Roberts needs $5. And then he's going, if you steal, you will burn.
Yeah.
Give me that $5.
It's amazing. No, it's like you can't make it up.
Yeah,
it's so.
I've been.
But there was the thing about Mr. Rogers. He didn't want your money.
Yeah. Who's PBS? By the way, he went and argued with. That's a great clip online you can watch where he goes to talk.
Senator.
And the senator goes like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Like by the end of it, he goes, "Yeah, well, Mr. Rogers, you just confirmed that I'm going to give this money."
Yeah. They attack him in that documentary. That he's attacked by this conservative commentator because he says that every child is special.
Yeah.
And they believe that is the beginning of the downfall of culture. And basically, what he's just saying is like kids need to know that they deserve to be loved.
Yes.
That's not a bad thing.
a lot of the problems we have right now is because people can't look inward and go, I deserve love. And like you start losing things when you lose that. You lose accountability, you lose sense of self.
Empathy is not empathy is not a weakness. I hate to quote Morrissey.
Yeah, do it. God, we're gonna cry. Yeah. We're gonna just do full Smith songs.
But this is like it's easy to laugh. It's easy to hate. It takes guts to be gentle and kind. That's and it's true. And it's hard. I get. A lot of Christian conservatism in general offers simple solutions.
Great.
To complex problems.
Great.
I get the appeal.
Yeah.
And it's always that guy.
Yeah.
It's never you.
Well,
it's that guy.
One of my favorite elements of stand-up comedy that I always loved were when jokes are, what about for his perspective? And then it's like the funniest thing is to think like when we did the bonfire, Big J and I did a whole thing about what if the cop would have helped Rambo? What if instead of driving him out, he invited him over for dinner? And they talked about the Vietnam War. Then you're not getting your whole town wrecked by a Green Beret.
Brian Denny, he played my dad on a pilot. And he was...
That's awesome.
That guy was pretty close to reality.
Yeah,
like Brian was one of these guys you could go in his dressing room and he's just sitting there under a bare light bulb reading like the biography of Stalin, like a warm cup of water and a potato.
Cigarettes are for pussies. If you want to smoke, you smoke a cigar.
Why'd you take the lamp off the light? It's harsher this way.
Yeah, the light lets me know it's here.
But he made me look like a great actor because I just had to be there. Let him terrify me.
Being around great actors is the closest you'll ever get to like playing basketball with NBA players.
Yeah.
Where you go, so you can do all of it, and I just have to give it to you.
Yeah,
and then
you
just give it to me, and I bounce it a couple times, and I give it right to you, and then you'll dunk.
I just stand there and react to you, and I look just as good.
And this is unbelievable.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, and you are flying through the air.
Yes, exactly.
Dunking this thing, and I go like, I gave it to him.
Yeah.
Brian Dennehy in that movie, but that is like the whole point of like one of my favorite
what
things.
What if he just helped him?
What if he helped him? Like in stand up, it's like. That was my favorite thing when I would watch it, when they would play it all the time on Comedy Central, everywhere, late 80s, 90s comedy boom. It was on TV all the time. And I always loved that as a kid because I wasn't hearing that anywhere else.
Right.
I wasn't hearing, empathy. You would hear empathy as like, what are they? It was, honestly, it felt a little gay.
Sure.
They're like, I'm going to feel for you. I want you to feel for this. And comedy was the first thing you go, it's actually kind of funny if you think about it from their perspective and you go, Hey, that is. That's really funny. And I love that. It's even the joke that you had that I love in Perfectly Normal is when you're talking about being when you go out to eat with vegetarians and you said that you eat steak and the guy goes, do you like that they kill the cow? You go, I love my brother, but I don't watch my parents fuck. Because that's a perspective you don't think about.
Yeah.
And that's, again, it's
you
just
don't have to drag everything back to the point that it's awful.
Exactly.
The other thing I like to do sometimes is to make the point by strenuously to argue their point by making their point too well.
Yes. Were you over analyzing it to the point where you go like...
Yeah, because I find, like, when you go on the road and you need to do bits, sometimes you need to inoculate the audience a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mention any politicians by name or anything like that, but I talk about, like, well, my brother or my uncle, and you point to somebody in your family that has that opinion, and that is because it's really talking about his brother.
That's always been what politics before this current thing where they make so much money off rage baiting.
And that's all. It's
funny.
Somebody said, "Gosh, I wish I knew who it was." I was talking to 2 days ago. Conflict entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's rage baiting.
Yeah,
it's rage baiting.
I can't even go on. Yeah, I
entrepreneurs.
can't even look online for like 2 minutes in it.
It's also, if you want to take it further, it's the same as like a lot of what these pharmaceuticals do, where it's, we're going to treat the problem, we're not going to cure the problem. So we'll give you an argument that you can take into the world, but we're not going to fix the problem.
Right.
We're not going to show you that maybe you're both wrong. You know what I mean? It's
sure.
I was always interested in the fact of the thing, especially because I grew up with like the kind of guys I grew up with where you go, oh, you're like all these guys are like, you're showing emotion. Oh, you're sad for that. Oh, that's so fuck. Oh, you're dancing. What are you, gay or whatever? And it's like, well, I think trying to impress other men might be gayer. I think dancing with my wife might be fun and I'm actually having a time with a woman or showing my emotions to a woman is probably opening intimacy. I think if I stop doing that because I'm worried about what a guy that works on a farm in Indiana thinks, that sounds like I want to fuck the guy that works on the farm in Indiana.
Goldthwait and I have very similar upbringings.
Yeah.
But
he's Massachusetts as well, right?
He's upstate New York.
Okay.
But it's just middle of Massachusetts, upstate New York, same thing.
Yeah, New England.
Gun racks, camo hoodies.
Yeah.
Both of us were thought to be gay by our parents and older siblings because we did not want to go hunting.
There you go.
Both of it. And as Bob says, this is Bob's joke, goes like, hey, you're the one getting up at 6 a.m. to huddle together in the woods in matching outfits.
That's it's perfect. And you know what's funny is I did the opposite. Like I always revered the guys that were like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I'm a people pleaser. So I always was like, I'll go along with it. And then I wasn't good at it. And then you feel 10 times worse because they go, you're gay if you don't do this, but you're even worse if you do it and you suck. Now you're a loser and you're like, I can't fucking win.
Yeah.
And the winning is going, I don't fucking do that.
And it's all, here's the thing. It's all fear of change.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Fear of change.
And by the way,
and
I'll tell you right now, I've been horrible with fear of change.
Of course, as have I.
Because it's hard as shit.
Yeah, and
it's also scary.
There's a great line about John Entwistle, the bassist for The Who.
Yeah.
Once said, like in an interview, I don't get rap. I don't like rap.
Yeah.
And Pete Townsend said, it's not our job to like it. It's our job to get out of the way.
Yeah. That's the perfect way of putting it.
And that's just, and if I don't understand something, I was talking about my brother. Like my brother does not like trans people.
Yeah. Well,
never met one.
I have a theory about this.
He's never met one. I don't like it. I don't get it. Yeah. And he's like, here, so I've solved your problem.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
It's not in your face.
You don't have to deal with it.
This is the problem with the internet, though. It's the way society used to work was if it was in your face, it was a problem and you dealt with it. And a lot of the times it was in your face. So it's like the way when you live in New York City, the age-old joke is you can't be racist because you'd be too tired. Because it is true. Like everyone's made that joke stand-up wise. But it is like I lived in Astoria, which was Greek, but I also had a huge Muslim. I lived next to a mosque for 15 years. So I'd watch their kids or whatever. I had a joke in my HBO special about being stoned and my window slammed by accident and a Muslim woman was with her kid. And I was like, great, now they think I'm anti-Islamic. I hate them. And in reality, it was just that my fucking window was
window
stuck.
slammed shut, yeah.
It was a shitty apartment in Queens. It was like stuck. But it's like when you're not, I have friends that are from Colorado that are sweethearts. They're like genuinely good people.
Sure.
And I was with them recently with my friend's wife, who's a sweetheart. And there was a woman in a hijab, and she was like, uh-oh. And you're like, well, I don't think you're Islamophobic. I just don't think you've been around
people
Muslims.
in a jail. Yeah, exactly.
You've just never been around Muslims, so you're like, all you see is what Fox News or CNN or what all these rage baiters feed you.
Yeah,
and you're like, you don't know them.
Here's something I don't like: cat puke.
Yeah,
and I have 3 daughters and a wife. They all have a cat. I went from 0 cats to 4 cats in a month.
Yeah,
and every morning I'm the first guy up.
Sure.
Between my bedroom and the coffee maker, there's going to be a puddle of cat puke. It's just the nature of cats.
The way they do it.
Right. Exactly. But you know what I do when I see it? I get a Lysol wipe that I now buy in bulk. I wipe it up. I put it in the garbage. I then don't get on Facebook and log into my cat puke update awareness group, photograph it, file it, cross-reference it, post about it.
They don't want to fix the problem.
Yeah.
They're there to like,
no, there's
you
money
can go
in
to
the
your
problem.
subreddit and then someone's making money off you going cat puke and they go, I heard they're going to make you eat cat puke.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard if they get the fucking government going, you got to eat cat puke. And it's like, dude, I don't care. Also, people get mad when you say that, but it could be the truth where you go, it doesn't affect me. I don't care.
Also, 9 times out of 10, like threads of thing, freedom-loving mom isn't real.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know, it's just software. That's engagement, getting you engagement.
They're very good at marketing. Has reached a level now where I think us in society, we're hip to how they market now. Where you go, oh, they put that drink in the movie because that drink gave the movie money.
Right.
So we all know that now.
Yeah.
We're in the 80s or 90s. We had no idea.
Yeah.
You're like, Pepsi. I like Pepsi.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's in Back to the Future too. And you're like, they got Pepsi in the future. And you have no idea that they're giving Miramax or whoever.
This is the most egregious one, and I just remember it.
I barely know how to tie my shoes. I'm not going to tell you how to run a business, okay? If you're starting a business, I want you to know I think that's scarier than doing stand-up comedy or speaking in front of a large group of people, is operating a small business. That makes my pee hole snap shut every time I think about it, and I get filled with anxiety. But if you're starting a small business, you better use Square. What's Square? Well, sometimes you'll buy something at a fair and see that little square thing they put on the phone so you can swipe your credit card and you're like, oh, that's cool. That's Square. But it does more than that. It's not just a thing that takes credit card payments. It's a behind the scenes of a lot of businesses you already love, whether you're selling smoothies, cutting hair, whatever it is. This isn't just a point of sale. Square includes hardware that works in person and on the go, software for managing staff, marketing, and customer insights, and banking tools like Square Checking to get paid instantly. So there's no contracts, no hidden fees, no complicated installs, just tools that accept every major payment method, tap, chip, Apple Pay, online, lets you see sales and inventory in real time across every channel, and helps you access your earnings immediately with Square Banking. If you're starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square, you can tell when I'm like starting to read, and I apologize about that because I do think if you're running a business, you should use this. But then when I have, like the nitty gritty, it's obvious my reading voice. But if you are starting a business or running one that deserves better tools, Square helps you sell, manage, and grow without slowing down. Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/Soder. That's SQUARE.com/GO/Soder. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know me, I'm a fan of therapy. I think everyone should talk to somebody. I don't think a lot of people can fix themselves. And the few that can, I think, are probably licensed therapists. But I do think you should help yourself by talking to somebody. And this December, I don't know, start it now. Why wait till the new year? Make it a new tradition now of going to talk to someone. So by the way, your holidays will be a lot easier because you're like, oh, I'm not crazy. Some of my family sucks. And there you go. And then you have someone that helped you. You get like a cosign that your family might stink and they've been making you think that you stink. Regardless, go to betterhelp.com/Soder. And this December, we're starting a new tradition in taking care of you. Our listeners get 10% off if you go to betterhelp.com/Soder. That's betterhelp.com/Soder.
Because it was so egregious. In Moonraker,
Yeah. Shout out James Bond.
a building collapses.
Sure.
But a 7-Up cooler is sacrosanct.
There you go.
Right in the center of the
He's
frame.
like, if you ever get a tummy ache, I don't know if that's Roger Moore or Connery, but he's like, if you get a tummy ache, always have a 7-Up.
I'd like a 7-Up and a raspberry ties.
Smuck her around a little bit. When that clip of Connery came out, you're like, damn, he was just popping women in the mouth.
One of my favorite Bond movies is Diamonds Are Forever because
Yeah.
it's when he starts to look like your dad.
Oh,
you
yeah.
couldn't look like that in an action movie now. He comes out with this gun
He's
hanging
like,
out.
I'm going to stop it. And you're like, you're not even going to mow the lawn, you fat fuck.
Excuse me, darling. Are you finished with those potatoes?
But I think marketing now has gotten so good. If you don't eat your vegetables, we won't go to the ball. But I think marketing now has to evolve because we've caught up to knowing product placement, knowing all that shit. So now they're on a different level where they're throwing problems and they're like, come over here, we'll fix it. And you think it's a societal problem, but really they're just marketing it.
And I do think, I don't know where it goes, but
Apocalypse.
maybe. I mean, the everyone's furious because we're fed conflict because it engages you, and it's hopefully
That's why
we
people
evolve past it.
I don't know if I think what will happen is there will be an answer the way that your generation to your parents went, smoking in hospitals isn't smart. And they went, that sounds gay. And then they were like,
smoking during delivery is probably not advisable.
On an airplane, it's just a tube. Maybe you don't smoke.
Do you remember when you could smoke on a plane?
Yeah, I flew very young. My parents got divorced when I was very young, and I would fly alone from Denver to San Francisco on United.
Shit.
And I remember there being a smoking section.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I think it was first class. Like you could smoke in first class and then they'd like hit a thing.
Yeah, I remember the back of the plane also, and it would just open that curtain. It was just like this, like London in the 1800s.
I remember looking in the ashtray in the arm and seeing butts.
And you still see the ashtrays on the back of the bathroom doors sometimes.
Yeah, because they would just be like, you could smoke on a plane.
Just
so
a
I think
different time.
I think we're at the level where your daughters, or like my niece, she's 2 years old, she'll go, oh, well, social media is horrible for the human brain. And we're going to go, what? We're doing it all the time. And they go, well, it really fucked you guys up. And you're like, oh, yeah, it really did. I mean, the amount of people going crazy right now tells me we're going to have to do something.
And with AI, it will get worse.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but we missed the rapture today. That was supposed to happen. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this, but we weren't raptured.
It would be weird if Blondie died today.
Yes. If Blondie died today, you go, did she rap? Did she rap into the rapture? That's one of my favorite things, no matter how divided this country is when the religious nuts do either the Mayan calendar, 2012, the rapture, because then what it does for the rest of us is we go, look at these fucking...
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in a very tense time right now, especially after the Charlie Kirk with the Kimmel stuff, all this very tense stuff. Everyone's very tense. And then there's a group going, the rapture's on Tuesday, and everyone goes, shut the fuck up.
You wish.
Shut the fuck up. I used to play Pop Warner football. I was horrible at football. My football team was horrible. We lost 116-0 one game. We would get crushed.
Sure.
Week in and week out, my mom would bring her and her boyfriend would bring a thermos pitcher of rum and Coke, and they would watch us get...
God bless them.
Abs, because we could walk to the park. We just get blown out. One time we're losing 42-0 at halftime. And I was like, come on. Everyone's very bummed out. And I go, come on, guys. If they can score score that much? We can score that much. And someone goes, shut the fuck up, Soder. And I felt like one of those rapture people in that moment where I brought the team together through my stupidity of going like, I'm a leader. There's a clip online of a kid getting barked down like that, and I identify with that kid. If he's like, come on, guys, and someone goes, shut up. And he goes, yeah. It's just like, sometimes we need the real stupid people to say some stupid shit so the rest of us collectively go, I know shit's hot out there right now,
it's not
what
that,
the fuck
it's
is
not
this?
that bad.
Like people making videos where they're going, this is my last video. Oh, one woman that I saw, my favorite video I saw where she was like, here's a little tip. Like she's done it before. She goes, here's my little tip. Keep looking up. Don't look down. And don't hold on to anything. You're like, people that blow my mind are people that act, number one, afterlife specialists.
Yeah.
You were there for 5 seconds. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I died on the operating table. Now it's my whole personality. I go and I give these lectures. Here's the 5 people you meet in heaven.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Your brain was off. It got rebooted.
Like I went to heaven. It's all ghosts. It's terrifying.
And it's hot. It's humid. It's like an indoor pool.
And it's all the sheets. We all wear sheets. They don't breathe.
And you want to take them off.
Yes.
And let me tell you this.
Hot.
God is rude. Like just saying like
he's
stuff
a
where you go,
dick. By the way, I'm going to say this right now. For this Halloween, I want to see a return of the sheet ghost.
sheet ghosts.
I haven't seen a lot of sheet ghosts.
Cut the
and
eyes
I would like
out.
to see some sheet ghosts.
Or put the black.
Yeah.
Hold
Now,
on.
People in the South, I know you have sheets with eye holes in them.
Bring them out. Smooth out the top.
Smooth out the top.
Round the top. And then have it. I just.
This is my favorite thing, if I may.
Yeah.
I've said this on stage, so I'm cheating.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it came as a feeling first, and then I brought it to the stage, and now it's still my feeling.
Sure.
When you see an old photo of a Klansman in the full outfit,
yes,
and he's with a horse,
and
the horse is also in the outfit.
Love it.
I love that there was a lot of measuring involved.
Yeah, they had to have a tailor.
Yeah, 23 inches nose to ear.
It's the same as like Michelle Wolf used to have a fantastic joke about ISIS. That someone made the flag. Like someone had to be like, it was their Betsy Ross.
Yeah.
And they're like,
brilliant.
Hold on, I got it.
Yeah.
And they go, let it out.
Yeah.
Let it out, girlfriend.
Yeah,
It is.
I love that.
I love any sort of, it's like the Nazis. They were like, they picked Hugo Boss.
Oh, yeah.
They
No,
were
they,
like, we need to look.
Yeah.
We need to look sharp as shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, great. Adolf loves Hugo.
Yeah.
It is. It is. There always is this gay element of evil that James Bond villains did very well.
Very, very well.
They always did the very like, I don't know.
The
Mr.
Nehru,
Bond.
they worked that Nehru jacket like nobody's business.
People loved it. And they were like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to say this to you because you have been instrumental in like
Several murders.
And we have the families here. No, but like you worked on The Simpsons.
I did.
Which I think is rad. I think that's like one of the coolest credits of all time.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
And you worked on The Simpsons in the era of like, it wasn't like Simpsons now. I love them. I still think The Simpsons are magical, but I think they should have been put out.
It's cyclical. I think The Simpsons is always best when you were at your peak of watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But this brings up something else that does that, which is SNL.
Yeah.
And you gave a speech at 2014 Just for Laughs.
Yes.
That I recommend to
Were you
comedians.
there, or did you watch it?
It's transcribed.
Oh, gosh.
It's transcribed on a website. And I tell people, stand-up comics, young stand-up comics, a lot of my friends, or maybe comics not young might not be the right word. Comics that aren't doing great.
Sure.
But are working.
Yeah.
I give them that speech.
Yeah, you're doing it now is the print of
That's it.
Yeah.
Which is, you talk about auditioning for SNL, the plane ride back, how good your set went, how you're like, I'm going to fucking get it, and then you don't get it. And as I went through the same thing in 2014, where I screen tested, didn't get it. And it's weird to explain to people the spin out that you feel because you get close, and then you don't get it, and then you feel worse than if you would have never auditioned at all.
100%. Yeah, it's worse that you get close.
You get close and you go, great, I go to the Olympics, but I'm not even on the podium.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this on that speech, but it's true. So like I auditioned with two other guys, and we're flying back.
You did talk about
Well,
that.
I did. So, and I'm looking at the other two guys on the plane thinking, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, you'll have your turn. This is all about me.
Yeah.
So years later, I'm married. My wife is an executive. She goes to New York, has dinner with Chris Rock for some reason, comes back and says, you know that story you tell about auditioning for Saturday Night Live? And I said, yeah. She goes, it's true. What do you mean? She goes, I had dinner with Chris Rock. He told the same exact story.
I'm your husband. Why did you think I lied
But it was
about
like,
that?
do you think I've been lying at every party we've been at for 10 years?
You think this is just a lie that I'm like, hey, baby, play along. It's kayfabe.
Exactly.
What do you think of me?
What do you think of me?
I have that feeling with childhood friends when they are with me and someone like Colin Quinn goes, Dan, they go, you know Colin Quinn? And I go, I've told you this. I've told you I know Dave Attell.
Have you ever had something happen to you and then you ask yourself, did I dream that or was that real?
Yeah, I had, there was a couple moments like that working on Billions where I would be in the room with someone and I'd be like, did that really happen? Did I really talk to the guy that shorted Enron?
Right,
And just in a casual conversation?
Yeah.
Because you tell it to someone and you go, I would think I was making this up.
Yeah, sure.
Like if you told me that, I'd be like, oh yeah, that sound made it up.
There was one, and I had to have this confirmed by somebody. There was a cable access show out here in the early 90s called Colin's Sleazy Friends.
Love it.
There was a 2020 video store on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City.
Mm-hmm.
The video guy was managed by this guy, Colin Malone.
Okay.
And he was around like Bob and David and me and Janine and Kathy Griffin, that social group. He was around. I think our friend Laura Milligan or our friend Jerry
Which,
Finelli,
by the way, is like insane because that's like a lot of people. If you're a comedy nerd,
it was just definitely for comedy nerds.
How casually you're talking about one of the all-time crews. We're talking pre-show, Miss Bob Odenkirk, David
just
Cross,
around there. Yeah,
Janine Garofalo, one of my all-time crushes. Who still, when I see her in New York, I get weird because Janine Garofalo is the reason that I like. She was my number one. Her and Sarah Silverman were like two of my biggest crushes.
I've known Janine since she went to Brown, and
when she was Daria.
She was Daria, and
Yeah,
everybody
when she was
loved.
Daria.
Everybody loved. Everyone always loved Janine.
But I remember like your group specifically were. This is so funny because you were coming of age when I was like 10 years old and figuring out that I loved comedy.
Sure.
So then it's like one of those things where you dive in and you go like, oh, you don't know David Cross. Oh, you found out about Patton Oswalt because of his HBO half hour.
It's like the way we were with SCTV.
Yes.
Because we weren't the huge people.
No.
It was the niche weirdos
but
that we
you
liked.
guys were, in a sense, the beginning of alternative comedy.
Yeah. Oh,
you
here
guys
in
were,
LA
you guys
for sure.
weren't,
In LA for sure.
Yeah. It wasn't the club sleeves up. I'm going to do Sylvester Stallone getting a colonic.
No,
you guys were like talking about shit where you're going like, oh shit.
It was me, Janine, and Colin.
Yeah. That's nuts.
At a bookstore on Beverly Boulevard called Big and Tall Books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and there was
insane.
one other guy, but it was basically me, Janine, and Colin. But anyway.
Sorry to nerd out.
No, it's fine.
That's like my comedy nerd
it was one of those
autism,
things where
I know all the players you're talking about, and I'm very excited about all of them.
It was one of those things where everybody had the same idea at the same time, And if it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else.
Yeah, it was very similar to how the Creek in the Cave was for me. It was like all of us were coming up at the Creek in the Cave,
or
Nirvana,
doing
weird shit.
or Nirvana and Soundgarden, all coming up
Seattle
at the same
scene out of Sub Pop Records.
It's the same thing. So Colin's Sleazy Friends, and Colin was around, and Colin had this cable access show where he would, because he was really in the porn world, and he would have, and one day, sidebar, the old, one thing the internet has deprived people of is the first time you're of age to walk through the western doors into the porn section.
Yeah, you got a 6-shooter, but you got something that can shoot 6 bullets.
And those doors go, shame, shame. Shame.
And the first time you go through and it bumps you on the way back and you go, I should get out of here.
I get out of here.
But my God, your heart's in your throat.
I'm standing there. A guy comes out of the porn section to the Twin Towers. This is back when we still had the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
9 video stacks of porn. Taxis Jeff Conaway.
Oh my God.
He was getting ready to make the scene in an apartment.
Holy shit.
So Colin had this show where you would go on the show and he would interview basically comedians, musicians, and porn stars.
Great.
This happened. I've had this confirmed.
Okay.
I am sitting on a beanbag chair next to Lemmy from Motorhead.
Yeah, the ace of spades himself.
Ron Jeremy is sitting next to Colin, and a woman is sitting on Ron Jeremy's lap filleting a dildo.
Okay.
I turn to Lemmy and say, casually, I've had this dream before, but there was a hobbit in it. And he said, without blinking, there weren't beanbag chairs in Middle Earth.
What a fun, by the way,
and I was like, I had to go like, did I dream that? And my friend Ken Daly was with me. He goes, no, I was there. That absolutely happened. I was like, okay, I think that was, good for Lemmy. Yeah, Lemmy.
He's like, there were no beanbag chairs in the Middle Earth.
Exactly.
Is that with the mall?
Yeah.
Is this actually she's blowing up dildo? That's a butt plug. You go, oh man, that is. There's something that happened to comedy.
I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, that is an app dream. That's so funny to say that. He goes, there were no beanbags in Middle Earth. But it's getting those cold months, which means foods. Oh, the foods get good this time of year. But you might be busy with the holidays, with work and all this stuff, that you're like, I don't even have time to make food or meals or an entire meal of food. But if you want variety, you want it easy, Factor Meals. Choose from a wide selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices, salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. And for the first time, try Asian-inspired meals. Bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more. Travel the Far East with your palate. But there's more choices and better nutrition. That's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference no matter your routine. Eat smart at factormeals.com/Soder50off. I know it's a mouthful, but you get some savings. And use Soder50off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. That's Soder50off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Something that I think comics lost in the podcast boom and the comedy boom since like 2008, since everything blew up, was how much closer to porn stars we are than we act like.
Oh, yeah. Comics are just porn stars without the dignity.
It really is. They can perform. We can't. Like, they do something way harder, which is stay hard on front of a camera. Versus us.
Crunches.
they in calisthenics.
Yeah. They're going to be healthy.
They live healthy and eat right. But it's
we're all carnies.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, we're all carnies.
That's the thing that I always love is like, because my generation now is a little bit older. We're in our 40s, and we're so used to the comedy boom since 2008 that we go, we're truth. You get a lot of guys like, we're truth tellers. And you're like, we are carnival barkers.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah.
We are the bearded lady.
We are in the evolutionary ladder, evolutionary chain of show business where like opera stars and ballet stars are at the front. We are right in front of the guy that puts the condom on the donkey.
Yes. And even him, he probably has a better 5 minutes than a lot of people I know. I would listen to a podcast of him talking about donkey cum before half the podcasts that get millions of views.
Is Donkey Cum Town still on?
Donkey Cum Town would be Nick Mullen and the guy that ran donkey shows. By the way, I think that would be the only thing Nick would want to do now. If I talked to Nick, he'd be like, "Can you actually sign that up?"
I always thought it was funny that they were like, "Cum Town?" Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
Well, I'll tell you, because this is my comedy history that I can share with you. Nick was featuring for me in Boston at Laugh Boston, and we were driving back to New York. I remember this conversation exactly. We're driving back, and he's like, I'm going to start a podcast with Adam and Stav. And I was like, oh, yeah? And he goes, yeah, the only reason I want to do it is I want to make the logo look like cum. And that's it. That was the only bit that he wanted.
That's all he had.
He just wanted to make the logo look like cum. And then, so when I found out they were calling it Cum Town, I went, well, that's a little on the nose, don't you think? But he was like...
Bob Rafelson, who directed 5 Easy Pieces and produced the TV show The Monkees, among other things, the first Monkees movie that they produced is called Head. That's the name of the movie. And the reason it's called Head is because they wanted their next movie to say, "From the producers that gave you head."
That's great. That's great. That's just fun. That's just fun, and they should let us do stuff like that.
Yeah.
HBO fought me so hard in 2019 because I wanted to call my special Butt Munch. And they were like,
I could see them not doing it.
But they
Who
were
was
like,
arguing with you? I know all those people.
Yeah, they were like, absolutely. They were being nice, but they were being very diplomatic and like, well, is there anything else he's excited about?
Please tell me who it was.
But they kept trying to be diplomatic about it.
Sure.
And they were like,
if you want to go there.
I don't know if you want to call it. And then I was getting mad about it. And Brian Six and I were sitting in the helium.
What about Mutt Bunch?
That's what I thought. I thought Mutt Bunch.
Right.
And then I thought, no, because in the joke, I had a thing where I said when kids were little, they'd go, butt munch. And then I grow up and I go, oh, I do eat ass. So I am a butt munch.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, no. And then I got mad at them and I was like, either we're going to call it butt munch or I'm going to call it Dan Soder, Columbine 2, The Electric Shootaloo. And they were like, no. They were like, I tried to give them a red herring and they were
Shootaloo.
like, Shootaloo. And they were like, absolutely not. And that was my manager at the time went, come on, dude. Like, give me something else. And I was like, fine, whatever. Call it after the fucking Edinburgh show. I don't give a shit.
Electric Shootaloo.
Columbine 2, Electric Shootaloo. And I said the poster would be me and Shane, like Eric and Tim, with the fucking Tim, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold with the fucking.
I just saw Tim in that movie, Him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's very good in it.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
mean, I like.
We're talking about the new Marlon Wayans movie where they take.
Marlon's great in it.
I've heard that.
I've heard
really he's the best part.
I've
heard visually it's great.
I love horror movies. I'm a big.
I get scared.
I don't get scared ever.
I get very scared.
I felt that it got away from them. I went to see it with my kid at the drive-in.
I got very excited because they marketed it from the mind of Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
He's a producer.
Yeah.
He didn't direct or write it. And it's like kind of like,
from
it's
from the production deal of Jordan Peele.
Yeah, it's like in comic books where they go like, Superman's going to be in this issue, and then he stops to go, talk to my friend this, and you go, fuck, dude.
Or when I was a kid, Superman would come in and sell you a Hostess fruit pie.
Yeah,
the back page.
And you go, this is why he's sticking around?
Hulk loved cherry pie.
Hulk, calm down. Bruce don't like cherry pie. Hulk do.
It was one of the funniest little weird cartoon. I've never seen a cartoon in the New Yorker that I've laughed at, except maybe for this one. And it's at a psychiatrist's office, and he's lying on the couch, and the psychiatrist goes, "We know Hulk smash. The question is why Hulk smash."
It's very fun. That is very fun. And that's like an angle of a thing of like, oh yeah, Bruce Banner would probably be in therapy.
Yeah.
And you don't have empathy.
Yeah.
You don't have empathy with like superheroes.
Lois Lane would be dead after fucking Clark Kent.
Yeah, Mallrats made that.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith perfectly nailed that in Mallrats, where I believe it's Jay and Silent Bob are talking about that.
Yeah.
And he says it would go through her back like a shotgun blast. Like if he came at her. I think that's what Jay says. He said it would be like a 12 gauge through her back, which is like perfect. She couldn't handle it. That was one of the things that I loved when I first read Garth Ennis's The Boys before the television show.
Right.
When I first read The Boys, the thing that made me go like, oh, was they were going, soups can't fuck humans. They'll kill them. And then they had the full book of them on the island where they have like the hedonism thing.
Right.
Where they fuck and they like just send hookers for the Flash to fuck and kill. And you're like, that is how
it would be.
That's always what I've liked about Garth Ennis, is that he does this thing where he takes a real thing that has never been in comic books before.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did Punisher Born, which is just a single issue Punisher, but it's the best Punisher because it's not Punisher going, the mafia killed my family.
Right.
Now I gotta punish them. It's not like that on the nose. He does a whole thing where Frank Castle is in Vietnam and he's on this hill and the Viet Cong are swarming him. And he says like, you get me out of this, God, and I will be your instrument of punishment. And then that's how you get it where you go, oh yeah, this is like, that would be a war vet. It's why I liked Rambo.
Right.
Because you go, a war vet would snap.
Well, that was the thing that drove me crazy in the Tim Burton Batman when they made Joe Chill the Joker.
Yeah.
Because
he wasn't. He's just a gangster.
Right. And it changed it from young By the way, this conversation is the leading cause of vaginal dryness.
Oh, don't worry. Our ladies clocked out well
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Their lady are running through like 2 pieces of toast you find after still on the plate around dinner time.
They subscribe to my Patreon where they sit on a subwoofer and I just go, oh.
Yeah, like somebody rubbing 2 croutons together.
Very rubbery vaginas right now.
What happened was it changed his Bruce Wayne's theory to this happened to me, it will never happen to another child.
Sure.
To I'm going to get revenges.
Yeah, revenge. And Batman isn't revenge.
Right, and it wasn't about revenge. It was like, I'm not going to let this happen to any other child.
Yeah, and they don't, and that's like the thing about comic books that I always have loved. It's like it brings up nerd debate in a way where it's not. I think from the outside looking in, you go, holy shit, that's the nerdiest thing ever. But then if you get into it, you go, these are actually like very good points that you're just arguing about.
I'm a big Star Trek guy. And the other day, my wife walked through the room while I was on the phone. I was texting somebody. And I was literally saying, that class of Enterprise did not have a holodeck.
Yeah, that's great. That's like when Katie will catch me talking about pro wrestling with like Saint Germain or something. And I'll go, listen, I think Eddie Guerrero does the triple German suplexes better than anybody, but you just have to give it to Chris Benoit was crisp in the ring. And she's just like, Jesus Christ. It's comic book nerdum and pro wrestling nerdum, dry up vaginas similar.
Sure, yeah. But
like if you're all out of comic book nerdum, I recommend pro wrestling nerdum.
I do like that they cross-pollinate.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And there's a thing that, going back to what you and Bobcat talk about how you had these families that wanted you to hunt and you just said no because you knew who you were. I found it incredibly like useful when I finally met pro wrestling fans that were like, I'm not afraid to talk about it. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, oh, it is, honestly, I know it's way different, but there has to be some similarity to like, if you're a closeted gay and you see a gay man out and you go, I want to be like that.
Well, that's really interesting.
Which is just expressing who you are.
One of the things I started doing this year is because I do this Dr. Z thing.
Yeah.
I've been doing
Dr. Zayas Live, which look it up. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Good luck not thinking of the Simpsons song when they did the Planet of the Apes.
Which, by the way, I had nothing to do with.
Which is crazy. I know. But for a while, I think I thought of that.
Yeah, I know it's a pretty
Dr. Zayas.
Pretty obvious connection, but no. But I've been doing conventions.
Sure.
These things called GalaxyCon.
Yeah.
And the people are great. It's so great. It's been just a beautiful experience. And we were in Utah, someplace.
Salt Lake City.
And it was it was first year there, and it was a costume contest, and basically every weirdo in Utah was in the same building.
They've been waiting on it.
Yeah, and I felt that like they so needed this.
Yeah.
And they were together, and there were furries and Star Trek people and cosplayers and I kind of like I was Dr. Z doing like a thing at the judging this costume competition, but I did a version of that stand-up special. It was like, when people call you weird, you say, yes, I am.
Yeah.
I have seen what passes for normal, and I don't care for it.
Yes.
And they went crazy. It was like, you need this.
Yeah,
there's strength in numbers.
People need the outlet. People need to be around, which is also like, it's funny because you want to talk about empathy, and a lot of times people don't empathize with a lot of the far right MAGA guys, which is in a way they found their Comic-Con.
Absolutely.
They found their red hat and they're like, bro, I love America. And they're like, I love America. And then they're like, fucking Eagles. And they're like, fucking Eagles. And it's like, and then you have all these people that aren't in it. If you're not in the MAGA movement, you go like, what the fuck? And you go, you guys are doing it again. You're doing the thing that you did to comic book nerds or wrestling fans or anybody, and gay people. And where you go like, hey
everybody
guys,
just wants to be a part of something.
Just let them be a part of it. And then the second that you don't give it credit is the second you give it more power. Because then they go, well, then I'm going to fucking really,
Right.
Like
That's really true. That's really true. That's really true. And no one gives them that credit because no one wants to do empathy.
Right. Dude, listen, I have family from the Bay Area. I have family from Colorado that's very conservative. As far as the political spectrum goes, I got everybody in my family. The one thing I've noticed is with like especially MAGA movements, not giving them that like, yeah, cool, whatever, man, and diffusing it is what makes it worse in any situation. Look at like
what makes it worse?
Like when you go like, shut the fuck up, you guys are crazy.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here. You call them crazy and they go like, well then fuck you.
Right, but if you just go, yeah, whatever, like, because my family has the full spectrum in the sense that it has me and everyone else, and that's the full spectrum.
But that's almost weirder because well, not weirder. I would almost say that's even better.
But I get along with everybody.
But because you can like bring your perspective and go, well, if I like this is like,
yeah, it's just like it's literally, and I have a friend who says this. It's really true. He's a political consultant.
Sure.
A Republican political consultant who, in his words, got kicked out of the Republican Party for failing to renounce algebra.
Yeah. Which is, that's also a problem when you go, guys, we still need to learn the 3 R's.
We've gone from,
or 4.
I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah.
To I'm right, you're evil.
Yeah, you kids.
Yeah, and that's
I'm right, you kids.
Yeah, that's what we've got to.
It's so broken.
It's profitable. It's very profitable. That's the problem.
There's too much money.
But you got to let go of it.
Because the second you like sit with them and you go, oh, you're not like, I have family that like go to the rallies and shit, and then we hang out and it's never brought up. And you go, I would never even know. But it's almost like, imagine being like, this is always what interests me when we talk about Oral Roberts and stuff. You have all these Pentecostal preachers that are like, homosexuality, and they always get caught fucking dudes.
Yeah, always.
Because they don't let it out.
Yeah.
Just let out your nerd shit.
Yes.
Or let out whatever you're holding on to.
Yeah.
Dude, trust me, in the age of the internet, you will find somebody that is into your shit. And like, just fucking let it rip.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You see at these, you see a good deal of furries, and I don't get it.
No.
But I also,
skin on skin feels great. I can't imagine what mascot suit on mascot suit feels like.
The perfect example, but none of my business.
By the way,
none of my business.
I'll tell you right now.
God bless him.
If putting on a foxtail, if putting a butt plug with a foxtail on my butt made me rock hard,
go.
Welcome to my foxtail closet.
Yeah, go.
I would have a little fucking spin thing like a tie design. Yeah. With different butt plugs with foxtails on it.
Foxtail rag, foxtail rag. Moves those foxtails from side to side.
Put in my foxtail, gonna get fucked. But like, to me, the thing is, in the age of what we're in right now, there's something for everybody. So stop trying to act like yours is better than anybody.
Yeah, and just let it.
You just gotta go like the way that I'm into like wrestling or like even fucking stand up. Because I talk stand up. There's guys that are into stand up that aren't into stand up.
Sure.
So you start nerding out with them and they're kind of like, they're just like,
yeah,
dude, I don't know. I'm trying to sell out like theaters and arenas. And you go, oh, I'm trying to talk early fucking, you know, like
all those people immensely more successful than I am.
This is the only business. This is the only business where you go, I came to bake delicious cakes. And someone went, I'm going to change the world through marketing.
Yeah.
And then you look like you do the thing. And they do win because they're better at marketing.
Yeah, they're
But
absolutely.
My whole thing is also fucking let them then. If that's what they want, this is the whole point of everything. Is like, if they're into marketing and they want to have like large groups listen to them talk, good. We're not doing the same thing.
And I'm going to recommend a book.
Yeah.
To you.
We always like to do book recommendations.
It's called Cults Like Us.
Okay.
By Jane Borden.
Okay.
Who lives right here in LA. She'd be a great guest. Yeah. She takes it from the. Did you know that this country was started by a doomsday cult that we now refer to as the Pilgrims?
Yeah, it's crazy.
They were a doomsday cult. Yeah. And she takes
it raptured
all the way up. And what you realize is, and that's the beautiful thing about this book is, all these people are like, I love America. Like, the thing that you love about America has never existed.
Yeah, it's just always been a thing where it's like
always we have always been a shattered mirror.
Yeah,
that we try to get a good angle on ourselves, and which is fine in the sense that it's aspirational. We haven't lost this thing that we had.
No.
And we are now bad and not good enough. We have to get it back. We have always been a three-legged circus dog with clown makeup on, and we're just trying to do a little bit better every day.
It reminds me of when you realize that your parents were once young and fucked and had you and didn't know what they were doing. And then you go, no, they always were mom and dad, and they always knew. Moms knew that I needed soup when I was sick, and you go, no, she was a 36-year-old lady going, fuck, I got to get my work done.
Smoking.
These fucking kids throwing up all over. But in my head, I go, well, mom isn't great anymore. It's like, well, mom's 77 now. She's different. She doesn't make dinner every night. It's all about perspective. Colin Quinn did an awesome New York story. It's a Netflix special, which if you haven't seen it, please watch it, where he basically goes through the history of New York through the immigrants that come. So he starts with the Dutch, then he does the Irish, the Italians, and then he does the Jews, the blacks, and he talks about how and
all of them were in the barrel.
All of them. They all, but he does this great thing in New York Story where he shows you where the New York attitude came from, which group. And he talks about growing up, in Brooklyn with Italians, and he's like, oh, their family, their abuse is like an opera in the street. And he talks about it, and you go, yeah, this all makes sense. And I love shit like that when they break it down.
And it's all everybody. It's always been crazy.
Everyone's trying. No one knows what they're doing, and everyone's trying.
And if
even our Constitution, which I'm plugging all of Colin's shit, unconstitutional. He said it best. He goes, those are drunks. They might as well have written our Constitution on a bar napkin. Because they were at the bar all the time.
Well, there's a great meme. I wish I knew who wrote it. It was like, the Bible, a 2,000-year-old book written by a group of men who didn't know where the sun went at night. That'll have all the answers.
You know what's funny is I always think about this now that, what's his name? Jimmy Swaggart just died. And I'm obsessed with these preachers because my obsession is they talk so confidently, like they talk to God, and they don't know.
No. You've got to look up on YouTube, Robert Tilton farting.
Done.
And thank me later.
I will. I am absolutely going to reach out to you and be like, thank you. Because when Jimmy Swaggart, like I said, Katie and I get high and we watch these religious channels, and they do Jimmy Swaggart live from the Congo in 86. And it's a soccer stadium sold out with all these African people, and he's in a thick suit sweating going, Jesus will forgive you if you do this stuff. And I just want the ring cam of when he goes to heaven. And St. Peter's like, when did you talk to God?
Yeah, we've got some financial statements here.
It says here you were billing them for us.
My biggest fear when I die is that I have to stand in front of children who starved while I was alive and read them my eBay purchases.
There we go. Oh, God, this one's really going to hurt. Transformers coffee mug, 1986.
The original.
$79.99.
Bought the original Hot Wheels carrying case.
Me going I bought a DLC pack for WWE 2K25 for $29.99.
An apple would have fed my family for a week.
And it's just like a fly on the kid's eye. And you're like, yeah, but you get it. I wanted the attire that came in that pack. Exactly. I don't know, man. The more internet we get and the more avenues of information we get, it all comes back to the same thing, which is that we're all full of shit.
Yes.
And that we're all figuring it out. And that's always what I love versus now the whole thing is there's a huge market of I know the answer and I'll tell you the answer, and I always think it's refreshing to know no one knows the answer.
No one knows the answer.
No one knows. And that's why old people when they're dead, they're like, or when they're dying. My grandma died last year at 97, and being around in that home a lot, what I saw were people that were ending the ride going oh fuck, I don't know where this goes. I've only been on this ride for 87 years. And you're like,
no, my dad is 95. And and he's no shit.
Yeah, they get to this point where they're like, I'm fucking scared.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm fucking scared. And you're like, that's crazy, because back in your 50s, you were pretty fucking confident.
It is interesting. My dad and I spent a lot of time, a couple of years ago, I spent a lot of time with Mel Brooks.
I mean, one of the greatest of all time.
One of the greatest of all time.
I mean, the reason I do comedy.
Yeah, worked with him for about a year on the thing. And when you're there, he was 92 at the time.
Yeah.
When you're that age, my dad and Mr. Brooks, when you're that age, someone you know dies every day.
Yeah, I had a joke on my
Every
Comedy
day.
Central hour about my grandma has the energy of a gang leader because they're the only people who are like, hey, people get bust up in these streets. But my grandma would be like, yeah, we lost Nancy last week. And it's just like the same where they'd be like, hey,
Yep.
Big Took got took out. Shout out to you. We love you. It was like the same, like, and we're just
Yep.
playing gin rummy. And my grandma's like, oh yeah, Barb died. And you're
Yeah.
like, I saw Barb at Thanksgiving. And she goes, yeah, showed up dead last week.
Yeah.
You discard? And
Yep.
you're like, there's like this
And
calmness.
they just go, they just go.
But their own mortality is like it's like knocking on the door. And they're kind of like,
Yeah, my dad is not like that. It's really, my dad is, it's actually too gothic and baroque, but
Yeah, I like it.
his, I didn't even know how to tell this.
yeah.
My mom's ashes are in an urn on the mantelpiece, and his go in next to them. And he just stares at it every day and watches old cowboy shows on Grit. And that's his life.
And then he just looks at his wife in it.
Yeah. And knowing that it's like,
Yeah.
it's like I get the apartment B,
Yeah.
and one day I'll go in there, and it's like having your casket in the living room.
That is
like,
crazy.
Yeah, we keep umbrellas
Do
in
you
it
want to
now.
sleep in your casket? And he goes, well, honestly,
Yeah, cut out the
if you think
middleman.
about it, listen, I'm just saying, would be a good idea if you're going to sleep there eternally.
Sure.
Maybe the last 2 years of your life, you sleep in the
Yeah.
casket just to get the feel for it.
And what my dad does, he didn't really talk much, but he watches cowboy shows, and at the end of the show, he will say the name of the show. So if you're in the house at the top of the hour, you'll just hear from upstairs, "Rawhide." An hour later, "Bonanza."
That's so funny. He's like, have gun will
Yeah,
travel.
that's it. Yeah, and then you just watch him.
And you go, oh, Dad's up.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah, it
Very
was
bizarre.
interesting watching my grandma kind of like she lived by herself until she was 96. And then when she had to move away, she was kind of like that took her out of it. And I talked to a doctor and they said you take them out of their house and it spins them. She got COVID and she was in the hospital. And when she got out, I said, so what do you think? Do we put her in a home? She's 96. And the doctor was like, no. He's like, what I've noticed is you put her back in her house and by the way, she could still bop around and do everything.
Yeah. No, my mom had dementia and she was in a facility. My brother called it Heaven's Waiting Room.
Yeah, it is crazy. That's the feeling you get.
Yeah.
Where you just go in there and you go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was brutal. But
People open in the morning, you just hear all of, again.
Oh my God.
Another day? What?
I talk about my grandma dying in my hour right now, but the line that I cut out is about that guy across her hall that I talked about when the nurses tell me about movie night and the guys across the hall going, I want to go home. Let me go home.
No.
And the nurse is talking to me and she goes, Tuesdays we do movies. And it's like bouncing right off her and she's just staying in it. And you're like, you're a fucking soldier. But it's like, you see people that old and you go, okay, well, if they don't have the answer, because I would feel better. I think it would be a little better if you were older and old people were like, oh, no. And I die and I go to heaven and this is what happens and fucking.
Yeah.
But instead you're like,
No, we don't know.
might be dark. That's why I won't do DMT. I won't do DMT because people have said that it is, I like drugs and I love hallucinogenics, but DMT, people are like.
What is DMT?
DMT is you could smoke it and you could do other ways of doing it, but it is the chemical your brain releases when you die.
Oh.
And people have found a way to like smoke it or take it or whatever, and they all have this very.
Of course they have.
Of course they turn it into a vape.
Yeah,
That's where we're at.
They found the thing that chimps feel when they orgasm.
Exactly.
Of course.
I'll overdo it.
What's it called? Chimpgasm. Of course.
Chimp cum. But it is, and people have asked me, friends of mine have done DMT, and they're like, hey, do you want to do DMT? And I said, the only reason I don't is on the off chance that there is nothing when we die, I don't want to do DMT. And that's heaven.
That's it, yeah.
And I go, oh, well, I unwrap my Christmas presents before Christmas.
Well put,
And
yeah.
you're like, now I know what heaven is, and so this doesn't make it fun.
My fear with all of that, and I tell you, I have never done anything.
Really?
I have never done anything. I got drunk on beers in 1980. I threw up, and that was up. I'm good. I will occasionally have a beer if I'm eating something that it goes well with.
Like a bratwurst.
Or a fish and chips or a pizza, like something. But by and large, I've never done anything. I'm not sober. nor do I judge people that do. I just grew up surrounded by it, eyeball deep in everything. Then I went into comedy where I saw more drugs than the Eagles roadies.
I mean, you went into comedy when blow was.
I watched Sam Kinison do 4-inch lines of blow, throw up, and go on stage. It was like, there's nothing
I can't even
that's
have a
gonna.
Caesar salad before I go up.
Yeah, me neither. Me
I'm
neither.
like, oh, I
and when
feel
he said, if
gassy.
you don't throw up, you're doing it wrong. And then he went on stage. It was very funny.
That is very
But,
funny. If
so-
you don't throw up, you're doing it wrong. Also, he was empty stomach on that much blow.
Yeah,
He was cloud nine.
he was.
That
he
boy
was
was
good.
That boy was humming.
He was humming. But my wife wants me to do some kind of mushrooms or something. I'm like, nah, I don't want to. I'm the only guy on earth whose wife thinks that they don't do enough drugs.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's like, come on, take it easy. You smoke a little too much weed.
yeah,
And
my
you're
wife's
like,
just,
all right.
come on, let's just do this.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. I am the opposite. I don't think I can go more than a day without a substance and not want to fight everybody.
I drink 40 cups of coffee a day. That's it.
I do. We do. We're going to get some coffee here in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I love coffee. So, yeah, you
I do the
drugs.
David Lynch thing. I drink coffee and then I meditate.
Did you ever
and that's
smoke
good.
cigarettes?
Never smoked a cigarette. I
Man.
was on a TV show where I had to smoke a clove cigarette that looked like a real cigarette. That was it.
No. Real cigarettes.
Where on the show, I shot the guy that played Joe Chill in Batman Begins.
Oh, look at that. It all comes back around.
Yeah. Which my dad thought, that was the greatest. What a shot. Like, I didn't really shoot him.
It was a fake gun, man.
Yeah. He was going to fall
and then he just
wherever
goes,
the thing made the noise.
Rawhide.
But it was the only thing I've ever done. It was a show called Mob City. It was the only thing I've ever did my dad thought was cool.
That's fucking awesome. You need one.
Yeah.
You always need
yeah.
one. My
Yeah.
mom thought Billions was really cool. My mom's very
Yeah.
supportive. But
Sure,
yeah,
of course.
But you need
You were
the
fucking
one.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, I mean, that was the Giamatti and Damian Lewis.
Yeah.
Those guys were fucking the man.
I'm friends with somebody who's friends with Giamatti, and
the
they
man.
say he's great, but he's also like a super nerd. Like, he loves Planet of the Apes. He loves all this stuff.
Dude, he shows up and you don't. I'm sure this happens a lot in LA, but it happens, I just know in New York, where it doesn't register. Ethan Hawke walks by you and
Yeah.
you just go like, that guy look like Ethan Hawke. And then you
Yeah.
go, oh, like Paul Giamatti, you don't even realize, and you go, that's fucking Paul Giamatti.
Right.
Because he's just like a regular guy in like a Dolphins hat.
Right, yeah.
And then he's like sitting there, he's like, hey, Dan. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you're one of the greatest actors ever.
And his dad,
Former
Art Giamatti.
commissioner.
the man who bounced Pete Rose.
Yep, of MLB, which I
Right.
talked to him about.
Yeah.
It took me a couple years before I was like, can we talk about your dad being commissioner? And he's like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I think he's doing a movie about Art Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Paul is.
Yeah.
Which is that, again, like more obscure.
Yeah.
More obscure for me.
Yeah, dude, Paul's the fucking man.
Yeah.
You're the man. I appreciate you coming on, Dana. I've been
This
a fan
is
of
so
yours.
fun. This is so fun.
Yeah, you are hilarious. Your stand-up is so good.
Thank you.
You've always been so funny, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. That 2014 Just for Laughs thing really fucking...
Thank you very much.
It's brain ointment for
Thank
me
you.
and a lot of other comedians when you feel lost as fuck.
An easier talk to talk than walk to walk, but I try.
Yeah, but it is good. It's a good thing. And if you're a young comic and you're like struggling with it, go read Dana's speech because he does make the point that I think everyone knows. If you're doing comedy and you're a comic, you made it. You've made it.
Yeah, you've done
This is it. You've done it. And check out, go watch his special, Perfectly Normal, on YouTube and watch everything he does because Dana Gould's fucking hilarious.